you gotta be proud of yourself. So I think it's good. I mean, things are definitely not perfect. I get that. I understand that, but I think you're doing well. Patrick is reading, right? He knows his letters. He knows how to
Yeah.
count. He knows all of that stuff, and that's because of you. You've been teaching him for the last, I think, 2 years or so, right?
Yeah, I've been teaching him. So
Yeah.
that was me. I could claim that for
Exactly.
myself, and I hope that,
Exactly. So
once
you
in a
have to
while
like give yourself credit.
I don't feel so confident, because just everything else that's going on, I feel like, if you witness in like injustice, like you feel like maybe it's faulty everywhere. Maybe like you don't know like what's gonna happen.
Mhm. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
you know
Mhm.
because I definitely feel like people sabotaged me. Like we could have done
Mhm.
better and more, but I'm not gonna complain because there's people that are really sick too.
Mhm.
But
Yeah. Yeah, but it's all right for you to feel how you feel, like just because there are other people that are, in more dire situation, it doesn't invalidate
well,
how you
I don't
feel
know
and
how
what you are
they
going through.
judge this, because like sometimes I feel like if I step out of line, like this, like there's something rigged in the system against
Yeah,
people that go
yeah,
against the grain. And if I make more demands towards like my health or my son's like welfare, like it's gonna be more than disregarded. It's gonna be punished instead of rewarded. And then some people look at me. I just don't want people to look at me and say, "Oh well, if it was so bad, why didn't she say something or whatever?" And like I don't know. I feel like I
mhm,
did. Like I feel like I've let officially everybody know what I thought was going on and
mhm,
everything, and I don't want to push it or
yeah,
anything.
mhm. Yeah. No, I understand. I understand. Just know that, you are entitled to feel how you feel. Um, you know, whether there are people better or worse, in better or worse situations, your experience is not invalidated because someone else might have it worse than you. Someone else always has it worse than somebody else. It still doesn't mean that their situation or their feelings are invalid. So,
Well, thank
so
you.
yeah, but yeah, but you should definitely give yourself credit for, teaching Patrick. I think that sometimes you might feel like, oh, I'm not really doing much, you're not really doing much. But I think that that's great that you are teaching him. I know it takes a lot of patience for sure. Teaching any kid takes a lot of patience. Doing it from home, doing all that, it's a lot of effort. And I'm pretty sure you have seen his progress with what you've been teaching him and how he's been learning.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's okay for you to acknowledge that and say, you know what, I did a good job. I'm being a good parent. Life is hard, but I'm doing the best that I can. It's okay to give yourself a little, despite everything, despite all the craziness that's going on around you. It's okay to give yourself a little credit and give yourself a little pat on the back and say, you know what, I know that you're doing good. You're doing okay. You're doing all right. So I think it's okay from time to time to give yourself a little pat on the back.
I feel like I'm waiting for people to acknowledge this. Is there like some level that this has to reach, like his education, amongst other things that
No, it has
you know,
nothing.
like
It
I don't
doesn't
know. I
matter.
mean, that sounds
Progress is
so
progress.
like
So
I'm an idiot. Like, but before people say, "Well,
yeah, and you don't need for people to. I mean, if you live by people's validation, then it's
it's
not
not that."
going
It's just
to.
I really feel like it's not my body that's responsible for like diarrhea.
Mhm.
And I mean, I've told you before. I
Yeah.
just, again, I don't want to get into detail about this. It's just that Like,
the best that I can.
Mhm.
Of this house is not the edges.
Yeah.
I think it's
No, I get
mainly
it. I
the
I
inside.
understand.
The
But I
inside
oh my
think
is
god.
that
good, but then
yeah,
again,
it's
it also
okay to give
needs,
yourself
there's so much
a
space
pat on the
in
back
you know what I mean?
and show
Okay,
yourself
we're
that you're
definitely
doing
gonna
a
have to
good
put some
job
outside. I'm sorry. We're
with
definitely gonna have to put some
with
outside.
Patrick and trying to
I
teach
really
him
feel
and
like we
everything
need to
else
put
like
some
that.
outside.
So
Okay, let's try to get on top of
that's
this
good.
thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it takes
Oh
some
my
research
gosh.
to
Okay, let's see
be,
what's on top.
to
20
teach from
blocks
home,
left.
to
That
teach
is
your kids.
not too many.
At home,
I'm
you
just
have to
nervous
go
because
online
this
and
map, like,
figure
this
out,
one really was hard. This one
maybe
was
not
difficult.
like
Okay,
a
so we need more
flexible
support
lesson
on the
plan.
inside
You have to be,
tunnels.
try to
Two
be
there. This one's
patient
long,
with
so
him, try to teach him. And then he's home, so maybe he feels like he doesn't have to always sit down and listen. It takes a lot of effort
It's
and
just that there's
patience.
more to this than my anxiety or depression, and it's just that I don't know how to deal with it, you know, because I feel like
Yeah.
I'm not even that anxious. It's just this is so like just like
Yeah.
totally like injustice.
Mhm. Yeah, it's not necessarily what you're saying. That's not necessarily really a mental health like concern or issue. It's more. I think whenever you do experience some type of anxiety, most likely it stems from, like you said, social injustice or things that are happening in your life that you don't have much control over.
Okay, so we got quite a bit of TNT on all these structures. I really want to do the underside though, just a little
Yeah.
bit of TNT.
So,
I know it's not gonna
yeah,
be
so I think,
good because
I think
that
it's
TNT at night, it's pretty much just gonna drop.
I think it makes
But can't
sense
be that
for you
bad
to
because the
react how
blocks
you
are
react.
too
If
far away. 'Cause, like, look
I
at
was
this.
going
Yeah,
through,
definitely.
if I was going through similar situations, then I'll,
28 plus 14
or anyone was
blocks.
going
Let's
through
just put TNT
similar
wherever there
situations
isn't TNT.
that you
Yes,
are
we
going
literally
through,
have
I'm
almost
pretty
enough
sure
TNT
they'll
to cover, like,
probably
all of these
react
buildings.
similarly.
Gosh, look at this, guys. Look
So,
how much TNT I have.
They'd be
Literally,
what?
I don't even know where to put any of it anymore.
they'll probably
Okay,
react
there's so
similarly
much TNT
as,
Oh.
as you
oh
are.
my gosh.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work, oh,
Oh man, I don't know.
that was not bad.
Yeah.
If those two would
So
have
how
gone
is,
up, it would've been
how's
set.
Zima?
Okay, let's try from the bottom going up. I think we're good.
I don't know. I
There's no way we
like
can rearrange
I
the
feel like
TNT
we've
so much. We
distanced
literally covered almost every
the
single block.
I've distanced myself from him because he just doesn't want to deal with reality, you know, so he's just he just does what he does, and I just ignore him and he just ignores me.
Oh, you've got to be. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
how much TNT I get. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah.
this is going to take a while.
Do you have like other concerns? Do you have other things that you feel like are stressing you out right now?
No, not, you know, nothing that I can clearly define with confidence, you know,
Okay.
so, but I'm okay for now.
Literally just to scatter
Okay.
as much TNT as possible.
Well, that's
and try to
fine.
cover the whole
I'm
entire
glad that,
island.
you know,
So
at
many
least for the
blocks
most
here,
part, you are
like we should
okay.
be able to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we really have to-
Alright, so if you don't have any other concerns, then I'll follow up with
I'm
you
just gonna put like
next
TNT everywhere
Monday.
going around this. Alright, let's go.
Okay.
And rods with TNT.
Alright, bye-bye.
Gosh, I so
Okay,
much
bye.
flippin' TNT, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just filled up this whole entire like castle with TNT pretty much. And I still have
Yeah.
4 stacks. Okay, so
I
I'm gonna
hope-
start working on the outside a little bit. We're gonna
Can
do
you work
pillars on every corner because the
together,
corners seem to be
FBI
pretty
or
strong on
something?
this castle. I mean, they're just really like
Not
far
against
out.
me.
So I think this will definitely help with it.